Hey, so what has it been like this week and actually over the past few weeks trying to get this group on the same page, getting the training, the fitness up, while a lot of guys still remain out with injuries or rehabbing?
It's certainly been a busy time for our medical staff. So it's a lot of coordinating, but all we do is focus on the sessions that we have together that Hernan puts together for the guys that are fully in training, that can play and that can participate on the weekend. And that's been good. I think we've said it last week. I think the preparation has been good every week. To be honest with you, we've been able to train harder on a couple days and then get a couple days before the game get those days almost off, where you have lighter sessions again to recover for the game. So it's obviously changed a bit from last year. So guys might still get used to that change a bit, but overall it's been good in my opinion.
We'll go to Jason Anderson next. Jason.
Hi, Julian. Thanks for the time. I'm curious, looking at some of the numbers from the past two games, it looks like you're near the top in terms of not just for the team but the league in crosses and key passes, but I know those aren't all created equal. And I'm curious your perspective on how close how well you think you're doing within the system and how close it is to maybe kicking into a higher gear for you and for the group.
Yeah, I think I think I've played pretty good over the last three games. To be honest with you, personally, I feel pretty good. I think my passing's been better than what it was for most of the time last year. But like you said, I think we still gotta get up and be able to score. Off of either chances I create or I get created for myself. So we have to do a better job collectively of finding the right pass in the final third, making the right decisions at the right times in order to create real goal-scoring opportunities. I feel like we're close, but we're not getting over the hump. We're not getting into that real dangerous area. We're always getting into good spots, but then it breaks down for whatever reason, and I think that's kind of the final step. But overall, it's been good for me. I think the last 3 weeks have been pretty good, and overall preseason I feel good. And obviously want to push on and get more goals, assists. I think we all want to get on the score sheet more.
We'll go to Emily Olson.
Hey Julian, I hope you can hear me all right. My internet's a little spotty. But going on the kind of building off of the players and who's out, how difficult has that made this road trip of 3 games, and how much relief is there knowing that the next 3 after Columbus will be at home?
Yeah, I mean, it'll always be tough if you have that many injured players, that many players out, even if you only have home games, because ultimately you want everybody to be involved and be able to have a lot of options to play more guys, especially now midweek game, right? So maybe some rotations, but going away is always difficult, especially like we did last weekend over on the West Coast. But I'm certainly excited to play at home again. I mean, given that's been our only win so far too. But for now, we want to get off to get some points on the road as well. In Columbus, that's obviously the next game, and then we'll kind of look from there. But it's certainly nice to hopefully get some guys back as soon as we can, and then be able to push on from there.
We'll go to Dave Johnson.
Hey, Julian, it's the defending champs this week. It's just one game. You're not battling for the MLS Cup. Is there an extra edge, motivation that kind of gets you pumped up during the week? And also, just what is your take on Columbus as the defending champs?
Yeah, I mean, I think they've obviously deservedly won it last year. I think. I also think they got even better in the off season. So. Certainly a big test. Obviously, I think the favorites for a lot of people. So you always want to do well against those big teams, or those teams that are hopeful or wanting to be at the top at the end of the season. It's another challenge for us where we can go in. We don't really have anything to lose, to be honest with you, and we can go in, play our style, and try and be aggressive and try and kick them off their edge a bit, and come into their house. The few games that they have left in the stadium, I'm not sure exactly how many, but yeah, maybe there's a little bit more edge to that, and a little bit more fight to us, hopefully, that will kind of show Saturday. Yeah.
We'll go to Jeff Strauss. Jeff.
Julian, thanks for your time. Quick question. You touched on it a little bit with regards to crossing and your passing. It seems that, correct me if I'm wrong, but all the goals this year come off of set pieces. What's the disconnect? How do you guys find some goals and run a play?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of things in terms of being able to make the right runs at the right time for the forwards or the midfield players that go into the box. And then also, for us wide players that are able to serve the ball and to put it in the right place, So I think it's just the relationships are still being built and the runs and that relation. I guess it really comes down to that, the relationship between the guy that gives the cross and the guy that is in the box. If that's a movement away from the ball first and into the first post, or faking to go first post and then second post. So just those types of little things that we have to adjust and we have to get on the same page with. And like I said, I've been saying this for quite some time. I hope it's coming soon, but that'll come over time, and that'll come as we speak through things, as we look through things in video. Where I felt like the New England game, for example, gave us a lot of great moments where we were able to look at and film and be like, all right, like in these moments, we got to have this, and this, and in order to get real dangerous opportunities.
We'll take one more question, Julian. We'll go to John Rojas.
Thanks, Zach. Julian, in terms of the body, the recovery, and the performances, how much regulations, protocols, trips regulations right now are a role comparing with MLS before the pandemic?
It hasn't really changed, to be honest. I'm not exactly sure. Like, what do you mean specifically?
Well, all the protocols, sometimes teams traveling on game day, if there are short trips, that kind of stuff. The recovery is less.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. It hasn't really been an issue, to be honest. I think now we were able to charter, so coming home from San Jose straight after the game was great. We fly through the night or in DC in the morning. Yeah, you don't sleep great on the plane, but you get an extra couple days to recover at home. And now for this early game, I think we played 1:30 in Columbus, so we're actually leaving a day early. So you can't travel that morning; that would be too tight of a window. So we're having a regular away trip, flying out there tomorrow, and then playing on Saturday. But usually it hasn't been an issue, and I haven't felt a difference than before, to be honest with you.